They say officers need to be held accountable in the same way that we all are at our jobs.
Well, police accountability and reform bill supporters gathered today in Annapolis. ABC 2 News' Katrina Bush tells us what kinds of changes we expect to see. Katrina.
Well, a lot of the changes have an ultimate goal of improving the relationship between the police and the community. A major voice in this movement has been the mothers who say they not only lost a son, but that they never saw justice. She says there are too many stories like hers.
The coroner's report actually said that he was strangled to death.
Chris Brown says her 17-year-old son, Christopher, was killed by police in 2012. The officer involved indicted, but was found not guilty.
Then we know that just like any other job, when somebody is not doing the right thing, you know what I mean, that there's consequences behind it.
We feel that the system is broken right now, and communities of color all across the state just don't have trust in the system of police accountability, and so we're seeking to reform that system through a number of measures.
Those measures include authorizing the state prosecutor to investigate the deaths of anyone who died either through the actions or the omissions of a police officer, amending the law enforcement officer's Bill of Rights to ensure greater accountability and transparency, and regulating police body camera use, or Senate Bill 653, sponsored by Senator Victor Ramirez.
So we want to make sure that they're being used properly, and it's also a fighting tool for the police department. And I think that's why they're starting to use it, but we also don't want the police to have the sole discretion on when they can turn them on and when they can turn them off.
Maryland Fraternal Order of Police President Vince Canales says the organization has some concerns about video storage, funding, and policies associated with body cameras, but still is not taking an official position on the issue just yet. He says their main concern is that the law enforcement officer's Bill of Rights stays as is. He says any changes would put officers at a greater risk.
Not only having to worry about whether or not they're going to make it home at the end of the day, but will they also be Monday morning quarterback and questioned about actions that they take in a split second in order to protect and serve our citizens here.
And Canales says his concern with funding the body camera program is about making sure it's not at the expense of having enough officers on the streets or hiring new officers. Katrina Bush, ABC 2 News.